Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Ginger's Corner special event Secret Santa 12 Days of Christmas. And today it's three French hens, so it's something to do with Christmas dinner. And we always have lots of candy and cookies made ahead of time for everybody to have as snacks before and after dinner, especially the kids love them instead of having, something they could carry around instead of something that they have to sit down for. And I love this die set. I got it several months ago. It's KS Crafts, and y'all have heard me talk about how much I like them anyway. And look how big it is. It comes with all these pieces. It's supposed to be for a mini album, which I may make sometime or other, but I like their crafts because they're dies, not crafts, because they're bigger and they can still go on a layout. Um, these are it's a little gingerbread man, but it comes with accessories so that you can make a boy or a girl. So I'm going to make one of each. And I cut them out and have stitches around the outside edges. So I inked them, so you might not notice the stitches quite as much. I think you do. I thought they were, but I can't really tell on the video, so you may not notice. And I almost put that one eye on the wrong side. You all notice that eyelashes go a certain way, and you need to make sure you get them on right. Now, these don't have an embossed place for you to put it, so you just kind of guess. And I forgot to put the mouth on for a while, and I I knew it didn't have a nose because I remember thinking that when I looked at the die, but I thought, oh, it's a gingerbread man. It'll look fine without it. And then forgot the mouth, and you can see it laying there over there in the tray, and there's another one down the other direction. And I will think of it later and pull them out and put them on. And you don't have to use the white highlight on these eyes. It's got the white behind it, and so I had two little holes in there already so that you don't have to do that. I will be using my white gel pen. I just won't use them on their eyes. I Oh, it shows on the dies, like kind of pastel colors and boy and girl color. But I decided to dress them both in holiday style. And I'm going to put that bow on there and forget the little tails. So I will be going back and putting them on there. And I got his bow crooked. You will see me straighten that too. I was kept answering the phone while I was trying to do these, and had to keep starting over and changing stuff because I wasn't paying attention, I guess. But I got it right in the end, I think. Uh, the little girl, instead of hers having a little round center, hers more rectangular and has a shape to it, not just rectangular, but rectangular sort of shape. And then his is just round. It also came with buttons, and I cut them out because I was cutting the eyes and stuff out to start with it, and they were like all in one die together. But I planned on using these little peppermints for the buttons, and I just got out uh, what do you call it? Glue dot. That's what it is. I was thinking Zots, but I knew this package wasn't Zots. Anyway, I cut it into fours because it wasn't a super tiny one. I used to have a package of super tiny ones, but I guess I used all of them. But I sure could have used them today on these. I am inking my little cookies here. These are um, chocolate chip cookies, and it's got the holes there. So I made sure I inked in the center too. Not a whole lot, but mostly on the edges, so that they wouldn't be a stark of little holes there to lead to the chocolate little, well, it's supposed to be chocolate chips, like I said, but the chocolate color on the bottom. And this, that comes in the set. The gingerbread men did not come in the big set. They were separate, and I think they were the first ones I showed. All this other stuff, except the poinsettias and the greenery, does come in the set. Well, you've seen what all it had. I did not use all it had, but uh, you might think so when you see it at the end. You might think I've been making the layout as much stuff that I made to go on here. I just kept playing. But of course, I'm going along with the Christmas theme again. And so I made the center of my rolling pin there in red. And these are the cutest little measuring cups. And it has a little piece to go in there, like it's actually got something in it. So I inked them, and that one is super tiny, but I still inked it. And I inked it a little different from usual. I held the pointy part up, and inked both sides, then flipped it and held the pointy part up again because there was no place to hold it unless I did it that way. But yeah, super tiny, but it went on there, and it looks so cute. And the poinsettia is Tim Holtz, and it has 2 layers for the flower and 2 layers for the leaves. Well, the flower, the center part, uh, had something else, but I can't remember what. But I lost that super tiny die. I think it might have had, or else you're supposed to punch a little circle, and put underneath those holes in the top one there. I don't remember. It's been a while since I made this one, and they were already cut out, so I really wasn't looking at the everything there. So I will be using a punch to make uh, the stainless things in the center. But other than like one of the pine branches, everything else I cut out today, uh, except for like I said, the poinsettia. I am inking these in green, and I am throwing a little extra green on there. And I use brick red, close to my heart, brick red on the flower. And it shows them offset on the picture on the front of the Tim Holtz die set. So I offset them too because it just looks so cute. I couldn't resist doing it that way. And I guess when I zoomed in on this so y'all could see, I cropped out me punching that out. And there was a couple of more things I did notice that cropped out. But it wasn't on purpose. I just wasn't thinking when I zoomed in for this. Um, it I considered not die cutting these out and using my gel pen, but then I thought, well, they're so cute, why not? So here's where I remembered their mouse. Took me a while, didn't it? But yeah, I thought of it without even seeing them over there. I did happen to glance at the gingerbread man and gal and think of it, but because I thought, man, that's a big bare spot. But I didn't see the mouse. Usually I see the piece that I didn't put on. Uh, this little die here, it is from Echo Park, and it said delicious. I think 3 come in the set, like delicious and maybe thankful and homemade. But I thought this may not go on a layout or a card that would need homemade, so I am putting delicious on there because cookies, they're definitely good homemade. Way, way better than a package you get in a store. I was tempted to make a third utensil thing here because I like 3. When I make a spray kind of thing like that. However, I couldn't think of one to use that would go with baking cookies. So I did not make a third one. But like, see the handle on the whisk? Basically, that was how I had planned to do the handle on the um, spatula thingy. I am so used to calling it child cheater because, if you use that on a bowl, there's nothing left for the kids to lick. But I cut that, cut it a little long because I wasn't sure the red part, how far I was going to go down on it. And I cut it a little bit at the angle at the bottom. Well, I went to set it on there to the side, and I thought, well, I like that. So I just straightened up the bottom and left it down lower to make it just not have just quite as big a piece of white there. Yeah, I finally got it out. Um, but I will add to that later, like at the last second, I will think of something. And by then, y'all will be thinking, she cannot possibly put one more thing on here, but I will. Um, I tried to tuck in my little measuring, well, I guess they're spoons, they're not cups, measuring spoons, but I thought it looked like my stuff was going to fall out way too easy. I'm calling it peanut butter, though. I probably should have made it a little bit darker, though. Well, we can say sunflower butter. So it'll stick in there pretty good. But I wanted them to hang since they had that little thing there, and you can hang them up if you wanted to. But I set it up there because I couldn't decide exactly how I wanted to put it up there because I didn't want it hanging from nothing. And I wanted to cover up that I don't have a nail. So it's going to sit there a minute, and I'm going to tuck in my chocolate chips here. Everybody in the family loves chocolate chips. I mean, I can't think of anybody that don't. But there's only one person in the family, Jake, that'll eat those gingerbread houses that you buy that's a kit. But everybody will eat the homemade gingerbread cookies that's made like a gingerbread man. And this is that spray that I love to make. And the spray does not come with the little red things. It comes with a little round space to put the red things on. But rather than cut it out in red and green and then put it together, I just use my 1/8 inch punch and punch them out that way and put them on. And this little candy cane, it was from that, well, one of the days. It may not be a day that I have is already uploaded. I mean, well, it's uploaded, but premiered or whatever, and got published. But it's a from a garland, and there was like a couple laying in the tray left over. And so I thought I'd put it up there, but it looks kind of funny. And I thought, well, I'll figure out something to do with it. However, it'll be a wall. And here's where I decided to put something on the little child cheater here. And I wanted to get it the right size, and it's already glued down. So I got a piece of paper and took my pencil and went around it. And I'm going to go just a little bit bigger than this. And that way it'll look like it's on the spatula. And I'm sorry again, it was off the frame, but it was my old Martha Stewart um, Halloween punch. I think it was called Gooey Drops or something. My mind is kind of blank on it at the moment, but I thought it would look really good with something dripping on the end of it, so I added that to it, and I did ink it with the tea dye ink. And I cut down on the white a little more. I did ink it in Lost Shadow. So if you're looking very closely, you can see that it is inked. And here's my finished project. And you might have noticed right there at the end that the tray in the back is not white. And it's not there. You can tell it on that picture. It is a silvery and it's a matte finish, metallic. And so I made it for the cookie sheet pan. But isn't it cute too to add stuff too? And if you look close, you'll see a little heart up there on top of the candy cane. I figured out something to add. I made it kind of like a cookie. I just love that die set. As soon as I seen it, I saw somebody that had made a mini album with it, and I thought, oh, I can do other things with it too. But there's the little girl, and there's my maybe drippy goo. That might be what it's called. But that's it. That's my third day for three French hens for the 12 days of Christmas. But make sure you check out the link down there below, and that's to a playlist to everybody else that's creating for the 12 days of Christmas. So much fun down there. And also the link for the Facebook group so you can join and maybe join in on some of the swaps too. But thank you all so very, very much for joining me while I created my embellishment. But have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun with that playlist down there. Bye.